and today we're here to talk about and share some stories with you about these group of kids who are right here. They're all amazing. We're all a part of the Town of Islip Anti-Bias Ambassadors group. We meet four times a year. We go on conferences and we hear stories from various speakers about their constant struggle with facing bias and how they have overcome the challenges.
I have a younger sister and she's 2 years younger than me. And at a certain age, every kid's supposed to hit specific milestones that she wasn't hitting. So my uncle made a comment to my parents that maybe she was deaf. So they took her to a doctor and found out that she wasn't deaf, but that they just called her learning delayed. The doctors gave my mom a card for early intervention, which then gave Melina extra support, and she went to a special preschool where she learned sign language.
So one day we were all hanging out and we decided to play dress up. So one of my friends was Aurora, my other friend was Belle, and then I was Ariel. So we decided to have a little fashion show and we all strut out in our little Party City gowns. And I was living my life, and then I see my dad, and he looked very disappointed.
We were hot, we're sweating, and most of us took off our shirts with sport clothes underneath, of course, to stave off the heat. Later that day, my coach brings us over, and he tells us that the athletic director got a call from some perv on Brook Street who said that we shouldn't be able to run with our shirts off because of our exposed midriff would attract sexual predators.
I start zoning out and I hear this name, Morgan, and my stomach plummeted. Now, to give you a little background, there was this girl last year that I mentored. Her name was Morgan. She was a sweet, special girl, but she was special needs. So she was just a little different, but those differences, she never let them define her. And I'm sitting in this class and I hear her name and my stomach drops. And behind me, I hear these two girls giggling and laughing and talking about her. She was screaming at a computer because she couldn't understand it, and she was hitting it. She was getting so mad, and it was just the funniest thing they had ever seen.
We get on the 6:45 train into Penn Station, and it's finally time for us to start our day. Once we get to Penn Station and we're just got off the train, we start noticing the homeless people that we see every month right by where the trains get off.
I have suffered with trichotillomania for about 5 years now, since I was in about 5th grade, 6th grade. I clearly remember knowing that this was a problem because I was sitting in science class in 6th grade taking an extremely hard test. And I noticed I was picking at my eyebrows and eyelashes, and I didn't understand why. Until I went home that day and I faced my mom. My mom looked at me and said, "Johanna, what did you do to your eyebrows?" And I said, "I don't know."
Would you recommend that other people tell stories on stage?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
But it's a really cool experience, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it.
This experience for me was so great. Every time I walk into a room, I look to see if maybe somebody's sitting by themselves, and it just makes you really think to not look at just what you see in a person, because when you look at Melina, she looks completely normal, but on the inside, she has a lot more going on. So when you look at someone, don't just assume, and this experience has made me who I am today.
My parents and my family, they all came to the museum to see my work, and to see how proud they were to see me hanging in that museum. They didn't care what it was. They just loved that I was happy in what I was doing, and what I was doing was actually successful. And that kind of disapproval from my father in the beginning, he loves it now. He thinks it's really cool.
And I'm walking towards the gym lobby, and a girl on my team runs by and says, "Lilia, we're writing on our legs, come over." And I don't really understand, so I walk to the gym lobby and I see everybody in their uniforms with a Sharpie writing powerful messages down on our legs. And I get into my uniform, I get the Sharpie, and we write "My legs, my choice" on our legs to show our opposition to people trying to restrict what we wear. But as we're running towards the finish line, it felt like one of those scenes in the movies where you just feel so cool, and you feel like you mean something. I felt so empowered. I felt like I was finally standing up for something that I believed And it's a memory that'll always stick with me when I finally started to become who I was today.
I'm telling you the story because you've probably heard it millions and millions of times before, but your words hurt. And though you may think, oh, it only hurts the people you're talking about, and if they don't hear them, it doesn't affect them, it hurts the people around them. I had only known Morgan maybe 2 months at that point, and hearing those words made me sick to my stomach.
So after we help everyone and it's finally time for us to go home. And every time we go home, we get on the train and they ask me, so Taylor, how did you feel about this experience? And I always tell them, like, this experience has changed my life in such a way that it makes me see that these homeless people are people just like you and I are. They're no different. They're no different. They're just like you. They're just like me. They're people just trying to make the best of the situation who are put into a bad situation.
So that year, 9th grade, was when I decided that I had had enough and really needed to get like a hold of myself. So I went to a different therapist, and this therapist really helped me. She told me, Johanna, this does not make you crazy. People have this. About 500,000 people a year suffer from this, like are newly diagnosed with trichotillomania. It's not a super rare thing, and you're not alone.